Hello. Uh, it's lunchtime here in Sweden, and we have got the first snow, and that is rare here in my area, very south of Sweden, in my city, Helsingborg. But we got it this morning. It was not in the night because I was up and looked out if there was snow, and it was no snow. So we got it in the morning. And the nice thing is that the birds from the forest, it's so much snow in the forest, and it's new snow, so it's not good for them to jump around in. So they are coming into the city. So this morning I got birds that is rare to see because they hide in the forest. So that's nice. And I am not on my way going out today. Tomorrow I need to go out and take the taxi, the health care taxi, to go and do my feet, because I need that, but also because I'm going to walk in Jerusalem, so I need to make my feet so healthy as it can be. So I go and get take care of my feet and get massage on them also. And then today I started to feel I don't call it nerves, but it is nerves inside me that have started to take place today, because I was on my way to order some food to eat on the internet, and not going out to buy anything, but they should come with. I'm much about lost of something to drink, but of course I can drink water also. I don't need to have any kind of soda forms. It's okay with water also. And milk is, I'm almost out of milk, so I can't drink that. But water do we always have, and then I have a filter for my water, so I take away many things that is in the water, even if they clean up the water. But there is things that they don't care about to take away. So I have water filter, and I was. It was something I should say, talking about, but I have forgotten it. But maybe it's coming to me when I'm recording now, because I'm going to tell you it's very special, strange dream, like vision dream I had this morning, and I don't really know what it is about, but maybe there is a spirit that can come through, and they don't come through in that way they did in the beginning. Now they are in my home, but at least I can say they need to come and talk about it. And I hope they can explain it, because it was very strange what I saw. It was, it's looked like it was a soccer plane, but I don't know. It was a soccer field. I think it. I felt it like it was a sport thing, but I think it have nothing with a vision to do. But what happened? I was looking like I do. I look at it like I am not there where it happened, but I look at it from a little above, and it was a dog, and suddenly he started to, if he got pain or something, he moving around, and then suddenly he started to die, and it was a person on the side of me that I did not see, but I heard his voice, and he say, "That is not a normal thing. This is something special that have taken place here," he say, because it was something that the dog struggle with, but I couldn't see what it was. I saw it was something white, and how he be killed, I don't know. It was a very cute dog, and it was about up to my knees dog, a middle-sized dog with much hair. It was like a golden retriever, like that. Not very long hair, but much hair. So that was the person that was saying this. That's rare. It's almost not happen. So I feel a spirit is start to touch me. So maybe he can come and explain what the vision was about. And it was I have thinking about it many times. Now I know what it was I should talk about, because he reminded me about that vision I had this morning. It was in the morning, it was not in the night. I was thinking, should I go back to bed or should I stay up? And then I go to bed, and then it come to me, that vision. And I wanted to talk about, because it's the spirit that is here. They say you can't be quiet about it. You have to talk about it. Even if I have done that a little, is it more to make it clear for you that I have there is many people that have going away. So then in this time you are my real followers that can hear this without close me out and say I'm crazy like that. That I can tell you about it. And those other that doesn't understand, I hope they come to understand it later on, at least. I have much to drink of water now because my throat is not so very okay. It's not okay since I was sick. But I can talk at least. Thank God for that. And it's about this UFO that people have so hard to understand. And maybe is it something that have with God to do also, because when they hear about UFO, then they make up like cartoon, like it's fantasy things. It is a way to defend themselves, to make it be like a cartoon in their thinking, because they don't want it really to touch it. They don't want to touch that this is truth, and it's reality, and not a cartoon or fantasy, something that someone have lie about this, because there is UFO. And I don't know if I have told you about this when I had pain. It was before I was driven over by the car. I had already pain in my right shoulder, and the doctor say I should take those needles, acupuncture, so place needles in to take away the pain. So I got for free, like the same as the doctor here in Sweden. So I go there, and one day when I was waiting for the bus, because I was walking in that time, and I'm walking today also, but not so good anymore. But I was standing and waiting for the bus, and there was maybe 20 people waiting for the bus. It was in the center of all the buses, so there was different buses that should come and stop there. So we were many, and suddenly it come a bright white light, and the light come from between two houses. Where I was standing, it was a hill up. On the other side of the street, there you could go up on the hill and up two houses there, and it was a very bright light coming between two houses, and just in front where we were standing and wait for the bus, and the white light was going very fast in some second, and I believe that some of these people that was standing and waiting for the bus, they don't see it because it was going so fast. And going down on the street, and it was about 5 meter long, a white stripe coming down from the sky and between the houses and then on the street. And I have maybe forgotten it, that it happened. If if it wasn't for a man that was standing on the side of me, not close to me, but he was standing some meters away from me, and he was screaming like he should die. He said, "What was that?" He was screaming, "What was that?" Very frightened. So I know at least one person more than me saw it. And that I am thinking about that uh, sometimes, about this, that we don't know what's going around us, what there is in other dimension. It was like an opening that happened there that should not be there, but just in that moment I was standing there waiting for the bus, and I am not into looking in a telephone, so I was standing, and I mostly when I wait for a bus, I either I look at people and analyze what's going on, or I am thinking about something in my brain. And I was standing and look in front of where the bus should stop when it come. And we don't know what is going on. And then some days later on, I think some people have seen it, and they call in the newspaper, and I saw that in the newspaper, that it was about a man that have built a white bicycle that you laying down on your back, and then you bicycle in that way, and it was white, but and I think the newspaper wanted to lie about it, because they got in some about this, what's happened, so they have to stop it. So they wrote an article that it was about this man that built a bicycle that looked like a white stripe, and I was thinking, this could not lie to me, because I was thinking that was only 1 second of this white stripe on the street, and I didn't see anything coming on that street, like running on the street. I didn't see any going away from the street. I saw it was only there, like it was lighted on, and then it had to switch off for a second. And that can't be a bicycle coming. And of course he could speed up the bicycle very fast, but not so fast as it was. So that I didn't take it as it was this one that people sold at the bus stop, but it make people stop asking what it was, and I be sad about it. Not angry, but I be sad about this, that uh, it make people don't ask what it was, because they accepted it, what the newspaper have written about maybe 2 weeks later, and I could tell that that was not truth. But they do this lie to people, to erase their memories. And people are like, of course, the people don't understand about UFO or what's going around us that we don't see but exist. And as soon as they get some explanation that they can accept as truth, they take it without question it. And so it's people never talk about it anymore. But for me, is it that that man was screaming? What is that? Screaming very loudly, and we don't do that in Sweden in that way. And he was really scared. And then I'm thinking about what will happen if a true UFO is coming, and then the UFO are staying, the spaceship are staying in the air for a long time, so people can't say, oh, it was something I had on my eye that was no truth, this was a lie, like that. That if it's a spaceship coming and it stay there in the air for a long time for people to really take into the brain. But as people are so quick to take if they are thinking deeper about it, pondering it, then they should understand this is not what they are saying. This what I saw and heard was something different. But that's in the human nature to grab whatever you can explain it with, that make it not be so dangerous. It doesn't be so scary if you can explain it in an easy way and in a way that doesn't scare you. So that is one of the enemies we have, we that want to know the truth, and not only grab something someone have say to calm us down and not let us think about it anymore. So that was one of the UFO things I have been into, that really was a UFO thing. Someone pressed a button on so we could see them, and they turned off as soon they could. But we with the brain that want to know the truth, we took it in. And those other, they grab something else to explain it. So it is this with UFO is still going on, and now when I am seems like I'm coming to the end of my walking here. And then I must talk a little more about UFO, because how can UFO and God come together? How can they? Oh, what is it? Is God a UFO, or this UFO is something that have with God to do? And it it is maybe is it this time frames and those that have with time to do, that have with UFO to do, because it was not God that come first for in when they really wanted to come in contact with me, and they had coming sometimes when I was young, and one the first time I ever had a UFO, an alien in my room, it was when I was about 16 years old. And it was, I wake up in the night and there was standing, I didn't see how he looked like in the face. It was this that I have got explained from my daughter's father. He understood what it was when I told him that. But when I was 16 years old, it stood one in my bedroom, and he must have been 2 meter high and very, very slim. But I couldn't see any how he looked in a face or anything. He was only slim, and it was a man, because he had no forms of a woman. It was a man. And I say man figure because it maybe was not a real man. It maybe was a robot. And he's standing there, and I be so frightened. So I go down under my blanket and try to hide me. At least I didn't want to see him. And then I wake up in the morning, and of course he was gone. But I have always been frightened to have a blanket over my face. So I wonder what happened when I go down under the blanket, and and in the morning the light come and he was gone. If it happened something in the night there, and then when I was about 19 years old, I was laying at the. I had my bed at the window, so I could look out when I laying in my bed. And then I had a very strange, many times. It was like I look out in the window, and there was like aliens, a UFO was coming down as they were standing in at a mattress like, and they were playing music in that on that mattress, like flying around and have that music on. And I think I find it like that I was in a city in not a normal city, in a city in the future that I saw and was there, and that's I don't really know today why I had my bed at the window, because it was easy to take me out from the window of the alien if you wanted it. And but then it was 1978 when I really come in contact with aliens, and I was a single mother. My son was 2 years old, and he was always sleeping very well. He never wake up in the nights, and I first it started that I felt someone when I was closing my eyes and should sleep. Then I felt like someone was coming up in my bed, and I knew that it was not my son because he was sleeping the whole night, and he also was laying in the baby bed with a fence around it, so he couldn't come out from the bed. So it was not he that was climbing in my bed, but I was thinking like that in the first moment, every evening when I felt it. And then I realized that he can't climb out from the bed. So it's not he that is coming here. And then it was someone laying tight at my back, and it be warm, and I felt someone was on my back. But I think today that if I should guess, I don't really know it, but I guess they started to move into my body in that way. And then it started that I had dream visions. I saw myself and I felt everything. That I was sitting in the air with my legs under me, and I could sit there for a long time without to sink in the air. I could fly in that way with my body, and I thought it was very wonderful. One nose is stuffed here. And then it started to happen that they lifted me up from my bed, and I was up in the air from my bed, and I felt it so wonderful to be there in the air, and it was only to be here and now, and nothing was in the future, nothing was in the past. I was only here and now, just what have been said of heaven today. If you have listened to those episodes, you know they talking about that today, to be here and now, and not be in the future and not be in the past, live here and now. And that I was, and I saw my son laying there in the bed and sleeping, but I never felt like I need to come back to him. I have my son there because I was comfort, and I loved to be in that state. I was to be here and now. It, I had no son. I have not given birth to a son. I was only here and now. And I didn't know that my son should be crazy. So, of course, as a mother, I wanted to come back to my son. But in that moment, I didn't want to come back. And so they teach me already 1978 to be here and now. And whatever going around me, I should not be worried about it because I am here and now, and that's enough. So it started, and then a next step they did was to take me out from the home, take me out from my house, and then I come up to heaven. And I didn't know what it was because I didn't know the Bible. And I and you know that I'm not, I say that today also, that I'm not much into the Bible. And so I come up to this that I have picture on, I have make a drawing about that I come up to a place where I know today it was heaven I come to. And they took me up there, and then I saw what the the city, the golden city, the golden city, and this mosque in Jerusalem. But I didn't know that in that time. But I saw everything. I saw heaven, everything that was in heaven. So I wanted to go into the city because I didn't know what I was looking at. And I was curious about the city, and I wanted to go in there, I say, to the one that was with me up in the air. And he said that this was not my time yet to come in there. He said, you have to wait. And then I come back to my bed. And that was before God. I didn't know what I was seeing. And then next time it happened, they took me up in the air. And then I saw a spaceship, a circle formed spaceship. And this someone that I feel like it was the same one that was with me, and I saw this Jerusalem city, and he was with me to this like a spaceship, and we fly in there into the spaceship. And when we come in there were many people, maybe I say 20 again, people that with white clothes, and then they have a white cap around their head. And I didn't know, because I didn't know God. So I saw what they did, and those people, they go down with their face into the floor, and they bow down, and the face was in the floor. So I couldn't tell how they looked like in their face. And And I, in that time, I was thinking negative, like most people do, that doesn't know God. And I was thinking, what they have such fear for this person that is with me, so they hide their face for him. I was thinking like that they were frightened. They were in prison. They were scaring things going there, going on. And then I come into that spaceship, and then I saw 1978. It was all the radio and television, and those things have many gears. That was many things handled to draw out things and rolling things around and on all equipments in that time. But here it was nothing, because it was like a touch screen and touch cabinets. There was nothing on the outside, and it was stainless steel, the metallic that was around there inside the spaceship. And then I saw there was like an elevator in the center of the spaceship, and we were going to it, and it was there was no button. It was no buttons in anything inside the spaceship. And so but I saw there was like a hand on that panel, that on the side of the door to the inside the elevator. So he told me that was with me that I should place my hand on that hand, inside the hand, and it's reading my palm, so I could open the door with my hand. So I went in there when it's open, and then I come back to my bed again. So I didn't remember how I come back to my bed. But that what it was, 1978, and this was maybe before I got my daughter, and I was not with her father either, so it must be in 1980, like that. And then it come this year 2000, when everything felt so bad. My husband from Texas, he had HIV, and I was frightened that he had given me HIV, and most of all was I frightened that I have given that to my daughter, and it was not his daughter, but I bring him into my family and make him kill the whole family. I was thinking in that time that he should kill with HIV my daughter and then kill me, because this was 99 2000 that I was thinking, and there was no treatment for it. If you got it, you die. You get AIDS and die. And so I was thinking I have killed my family. And I was back from Texas to Sweden, and I wanted to be in Texas. And everything looked so very bad. Everything had failed. So I want to make a suicide. And I have prepared me for doing a suicide. And as soon as my daughter was going to bed, my daughter and I was by ourselves at home, and as soon as she lay down in her bed and sleeping, I will write her a paper and tell her that I have made a suicide. I am going down into the water close to where we live and kill myself, and that didn't happen, because it started to come very much wind, and it was very strange air in the home, and my daughter felt it also, and she said it is some ghost here in our home. So we tried to find out how to talk to those ghosts that was in our home. And so before my daughter was going to bed, we tried to take contact with those ghosts. We didn't know what it was, because we were not in the church, and we had no Bible, so we were thinking it was ghosts. And then come this higher priest standing in the home, and then after he had going away, then God come and talk to me. And then as I had experience of aliens and UFO, and I asked God, I asked him, what is it about this with the alien and UFO, and he didn't laugh at me and say I was silly or stupid or like that. No, he answered me. He answered me really truthful, and he said that to me. Those are the children of the future. That's the people of the future, he said to me. And then he didn't say anything more than that. And that was the answer from God. And that have I thinking about. Why did he say this is the people of the future? What is the future? He could have said, this is the people that will come later on. But he said, this is the people of the future. So we have to think, what is the future? The future is the time that have not happened yet. We can think about the future, but we will not see it if it's true, what we think the future are, before it's coming to happen. And so there is like a white space there between today, where we are here, and to the future. And it does, the white there doesn't need to be very thick or large. It can be, the future is 1 second from now. You can sit there is some spirits that is funnier. But I tell you what he said, saying and give me. He say about this second of the future. You don't know what for a second what can happen. He say that he's showing someone that open their mouth and laughing, and the false teeth are flying out from the mouth. That's he didn't know when he started to laugh that the teeth should uh, fly out from the mouth. They can be fun, the spirits. I say that. I don't have that kind of teeth, but but he's showing me this. It maybe happen for you that when you laugh now, it happened. Someone maybe have that teeth. But how can I continue when you do this joke on me? So I was on my way to wanted to, but it's like we get contact now when he was saying this to me, that it seems like he's really here. So I think he can be a little more serious and answer my question that I don't remember anymore. But he know what I was on my way to ask about, and about the future that we don't know. And they don't even know the future in one way. It's when this about the ending, what will be in the ending. But we are very, very close now to the ending. So I'm very curious of what will happen in Jerusalem. And there is some people on Facebook that is, I have told them that I am on my way to delete many people that I have as so-called friends on Facebook, but they never are active on my Facebook profile, so I erase them. I say that to people on Facebook, and I am surprised that there is some people that want to know what will happen in Jerusalem now. So they are follow me now, really follow me what's going on in my life. So, and that is the same for you. If you really want to know how the end will be, you need to stay with me, to follow me, because he stopped me now. The spirit is stopping me. It's he wants to say something about the end of it. He say that he's it's not for you to know the future, and you can never be that know the future. It's only to guess about the future. You can prepare for the future that you want it to be, but you can never ever know that result of it will happen, or that you have prepared in vain. You can't not know it. But then I don't like when they say my name. But he say, but Eva, she will hear it. The future will come to her, and she will know, and she know it, some of it already, but it have not been confirmed yet for her. It will take place that day when she is in Jerusalem. He is saying that. I have some pieces that is laying there for the puzzle, but I don't know what of those pieces I have that fit into the puzzle for the puzzle to be whole, to be fulfilled. That I don't know. I know kind of the future of this, that at the mosque there, that I should go to the corner in left there, behind the mosque there, and on the left side to the to the olive mount, the Mount of Olive. There is a bridge between that mountain, rock mountain, and there in the Mount of Olives. There is a bridge there, but people can't see it. But there is a portal, an opening there that will take place. But I don't really know how it will take place. And whatever they say I should do, I need to prepare me in that way, that I talk it to God to lead me and not let anyone else lead me and make me jump out from that mountain out in the air and kill myself. That is not for me to do. I'm not going to do that. It must be really showing me the truth, really. And God knows that, and heaven knows. And it is so. Now he's talking, the Spirit is talking about that dog. That dog was there. It was a really cute dog. But that dog was to confuse me in that way. That white shaped what was killing that dog was something to protect me with. In that way, it told me they will protect me, because the devil can be very beautiful. It can be a cute dog that is very cute, and then it kill you. So it was about protection of evil things. It looked very good, it looked very sweet, it looked look for everything you want to have, but it will kill you. And that is the protection. It didn't show me what it was, but I know it was a white thing that come and killed that dog in front of my eyes. So it has something with protection to do. So, and that is a good protection. I know how the devil can look like. He can be the most beautiful man you ever have seen, or woman you have ever seen, and the most sexy, and doing everything in your will that you want this person to do. And then you realize when it's too late, or this person have done much damage in your life, then you understand that what you are playing with was playing with the devil and not something good for you. That's what the vision was this morning. That they will show me in front of my eyes. They are going to kill that dog that maybe was a wolf. So thank you for listening. This is very strange episode for many, but some of you understand what I'm talking about. So we see. I am on my way to. I have this traveling fever today, so I can't do much more than finish up now to prepare me to travel. It's 2 weeks left until I am going to travel. So hang in here and listen to what I'm saying about my preparing to travel. And then I talk to you in Jerusalem also, of course. So thank you and God bless you.